a governing body passed a unanimous vote of no confidence in Alderman Bill Brumett. The council has found it extremely difficult to be effective as a governing body due to the distractions that Alderman Brumett's disparaging actions have created. The primary function of this body is to provide political direction and exercise control over the organization of the city of Pine Bluff. We have the distinct pleasure of leading and representing our community. No matter the citizen's ethnicity, we must be engaged and encourage community participation in decision making. While considering the needs of the people currently living in the community and those who will live there in the future, this body agreed that in order to move forward, that we must remove any and all roadblocks in our path of progress. We all have received an influx of calls from constituents who have expressed their support in the council to reinforce our previous vote of no confidence in Alderman Bill Brumett. Through any action agreed upon collectively, in order to remove any roadblock that prevent us from moving forward, Alderman Brumett has been identified as that roadblock. Mr. Brumett, we cannot work with you. With no immediate or urgent topics on the agenda, I move that we join the council meeting.
Second.
And a motion has been made and second that the council meeting be adjourned. Floor is now open for any discussion. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we made a motion of no vote, no confidence. And I stand behind the comments that I made regarding Mr. Brumett's statement. But I stand today that we need to move on with city business. I do not support what Mr. Brumett said or what he done. But city business needs to be handled on today. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Anybody else? Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor for adjournment, may we have roll call, please?
Alderman Brumett?
No.
Alderman Step?
Yes.
Alderman Walker?
Yes.
Alderman Boyd?
No.
Alderman Brown Senior?
Yes.
Alderman Holcomb?
No.
Alderman Brown Junior?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have? Okay. Fails. That's what I thought, yeah, it did pass, when I adjourned.
The vote was 4-3, correct? That's what I have.
I'm sorry.
The vote was 4-3, correct?
Okay.
Did not pass.
Right. Correct. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Still don't mean it out.
We don't have a quorum. All right. We do not have a quorum, established quorum, so we will have to move for this meeting. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a young man here that wanted to address this council tonight, and if you all would, just hear what he has to say, but he wanted to speak to the citizens of Pine Bluff. His name is William Fail.
Well, basically, I came here because, as we all know, Pine Bluff is facing a lot of issues. But as we've seen over the past few years, our city council has continued to be divided as our city struggles with these important issues. And I came here to convey that message to the council, and obviously it's appropriate because instead of staying here and handling city business, they're leaving because of agendas and whatever attitudes they have. So I prepared remarks, and I'll just read those. Downtown is at the heart of our city. Our city's government and most prominent banking institution resides in its reach. Images and culminations of our local culture are stored within its spirit. Downtown should represent the economic and social power of our city, offering its people a place to channel their talents and contribute to the prosperity of our local society. But with at least 5 buildings collapsing into the streets, barren shops, 6 buildings, barren shops, shattered storefronts, and dilapidated properties, downtown has been closed to traffic, but thus, downtown has been closed to business. Its restoration is at the pinnacle of any recovery Pine Bluff hopes to accomplish. Its prosperity or desolation is directly linked to the course this city will take to the future of its coming generations. This council, no matter its personal attitudes towards her, should work in coalition with the mayor to rebuild our downtown. This city council's responsibility is to work for the people of this city, not to serve their petty agendas, not to serve whatever interests they have, and not to facilitate any sort of resentment they may have. We, the people, demand unity from this council, not discord. We demand that it fights as a coalition for the issues we sent in here to address together, not as rivals. City council meetings should be a place where ideas are debated with goodwill. It's a place for collective agendas, which lift up people, not for personal agendas. The future this council creates here today not only affects the individuals that they deem their opposition, but it affects their children, and it affects our families, each and every single person in this room. When they enter this chamber, they are to enter and not look as if to find an enemy, but look as if to find an ally, somebody they can reach out to and build bridges for the success of this city. Downtown is broken, and it requires its local government united in fixing it, not divided and constantly arguing. It's time for the city council to give up blaming one another, give up grandstanding, give up pointing fingers. That's not my request alone, but that is the request of everybody in this city. That's the request of everybody here tonight who came here to hear their government talk about business that affects their families. They did not come here to see a divided council leave when it's time to get to work. It's time the city council clears out the broken buildings in our downtown and build stronger ones in their place. It's time for them to shore up broken storefronts and to attract new businesses. It's time for them to seek out philanthropic support and financial contributions and investments to put this city back on top. Make it a haven for job growth and a symbol for what Pine Bluff can achieve when it comes together and inspires to do better. Ms. Hollingsworth, if she were here, I would say, this city is behind her. And despite the behaviors of this council, we are all standing behind our city council because we want them to succeed. But they need to want each other to succeed. They need to stand together and work for the people who sent them here. Because no matter what, each and every single one of them, they chose elective office because they decided one day they want to do something for the people of this community. So I just want to appeal to whatever drive inspired them to sit up here. I want to appeal to whatever desire for change and for the people inspired them to seek out public office. And no matter if that was lost, no matter if they've forgotten what that is, I hope they can find it again because each and every single one of them is dependent on what they're going to do. We need an economic plan for this city. We need an educational plan for this city. We need better houses for our people. We need to bring in jobs. We don't need for our elected officials to walk out whenever the work gets tough. Lastly, I will say, Pine Bluff can be a shining city on a hill, with its downtown at the forefront of economic business and of tourism and of history and of culture. But it needs its leaders united and tenacious in pursuit of this goal. And I hope that that's a message wherever they are, the city council can hear that, believe it, and come back in here and get back to work for all of us, its voters and its people. Thank you.